Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here finally with the update to my Pan book, or the Makeup Panners book club that I've been calling it. This is a project pan that I created this is the, the second year I'm doing this. It's basically a project pan where I combine reading with makeup, everything that I love. I wanted to read more. And I felt like to help me read more, I made it into a project where I have to talk about the books that I've read. So there's the element of shame if I have not finished the book that I was reading last time. So it's basically you just enroll makeup or beauty items that in some way, it can be very loosely interpreted, connects to the book that you're currently reading. I have not been updating this project. I have not been updating my channel during the summer because I have been on vacation and have not had time to film, edit, or wear makeup basically. So this is, the last update was in June. So I do have a bunch of books, but I did not read as much as I would have wanted during this summer, but it's fine, absolutely fine. I still have a bunch of books that I was able to finish this summer, and yeah. I don't want to ramble too much because this video will still be very long because I need to talk about the books. So let's jump right into what I have been doing. Let me refresh your memory. Last update in June, I was reading Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. This is the second book in the Shepherd, what is it called? Something Shepherd King series, I think. And this is about Elspeth. She lives in a world where there is magic, but magic is connected to these kind of magical cards, so to speak. And in this second book, Elspeth has been trapped in her own mind because she shares her body with a monster. One of the cards that can give people magic. She has absorbed that card into herself, and she shares her mind and body with the monster card, or the nightmare card. So this is the conclusion. There are only 2 books in this series, and it's about finding a way to beat the mist, to kind of have the mist lifted from this world or where they live. The mist has kind of taken over the country or the place because of the imbalance with the magic that's happening. So I don't want to spoil this book too much, but I have since finished this one and I absolutely loved it. I think it was very interesting because you got to read from more perspectives in this book than you did in the first book. And that's basically because, Elspeth is not, she's trapped. So having the book completely based from on her point of view wouldn't make sense. So I did enjoy that you got to read more points of views in this one. I think I said last time, I really enjoyed that the different point of views are written in third perspective. It's only Elspeth's perspective or point of view that is written in first person. And I really enjoyed that because I feel like many of these fantasy books that come out, it's so trendy to write in first person. It's refreshing to read something that is not written in first person, in my opinion. So if you want to read a fantasy book with a very different type of magical system, there is romance happening, of course, but it's not smut heavy by any means. I would highly recommend these 2 books, and it's also it's a finished series. You don't have to wait many years to get a new book in this series. You have 2 books, and that's, I think, very refreshing as well. So I highly recommend this one. Really, really great. Very enjoyable. So for this book I enrolled 2 items. One of them is a nail polish. This is by Mooncat and it's a holographic nail polish in like a dark green. It is what I'm wearing on my nails today, but I have it topped with like iridescent top coat. It's very, very stunning. And this is the shade Monster Under Your Head. So I obviously enrolled this one because Elspeth she calls it the nightmare, her monster. She has it living inside her head. So I felt like this was the perfect thing to enroll in correspondence to this book. I wanted to use this 3 times and I have used it 3 times now. This is the 3rd time I have done my nails with this one, so I can roll it out, which is very exciting. So that is a Go Matte. I also enrolled an eyeshadow palette. I have been wanting to use this one and see if I want to keep it or not. This is the Meesha Lou eyeshadow palette. It's the Witchcraft palette. And honestly, like a lot of the shades in this one could correspond well to this novel. I wanted to use this palette, No Pan Left Behind, and also hit 1 pan. Or kind of decide if I want to keep it or not. So you can see what it looked like when I rolled it in. And I decided to hone in on the shade Maiden because one of the cards in this like magical system is called the Maiden, and it is making the user very, very beautiful, but it also has like a hidden power that you get to know in this book. A power that you could not really, that people did not know about. So I wanted, as I said, to use it No Pan Left Behind and also hit 1 pan. This is what it's looking like today. And I have used the majority of these shades. I think I do have one, like I need to reach into the green. And also I need to reach into this pentagram shade. Maiden, as you can see, I do have a good dip on it. And I have used Maiden, let me check. I've used Maiden 8 times. I still haven't decided if I want to keep this palette or not. It's not like the most inspiring palette in my life, but it's also not anything. I do like the look of it, even though you don't have like these most intricate, fun, multi-chrome shades. This is the shade Maiden. So it's like a very mauvey, brownish shade. So I am going to keep on working on this one. It might take a while because I know that the pans in the Meesha Lou palette are very deep. So we shall see. This is a beautiful like iridescent shade that I can use on my inner corner. It's like a green, white iridescent shade. It's absolutely stunning. So maybe I will hit pan on that one before I hit pan on Maiden. We shall see. But those are the 2 items that I rolled in correspondence to this book. I also have 2 makeup items that I've been working on for some time and that corresponds to books I read earlier. So one of those things is the lipstick. This is the lipstick Slay by Ellie Beauty, and I wanted to use this 20 times. I enrolled this when I read the book My Murder. And obviously, like murder, it's about a person being killed or slayed. Yeah, that's the connection. It is a very like interesting, taupey, purplish, grayish shade. I do really enjoy these type of dead tones on my lips. I have used this one 20 times now. It sits just above the like logo here, so I don't know if there will be like a big noticeable difference. Maybe this is something I want to pan next year, but it still feels like I do have 2/3 of it left, so it might take forever and ever. I don't know. So, but we are going to roll that one out. I also, for the book My Murder, enrolled the Hela, Oden's Eye and Angelica Nyqvist Hela palette. This is the OG. And I specifically, I said that I wanted to use this No Pan Left Behind, but I also wanted to hit pan in the shade Rebirth, and you can see what it's been looking like. Rebirth is connected to the book My Murder because the protagonist in that book is brought back to life. They have technology that can bring people back to life, like use the DNA or whatever to, and she is reborn with her memories and everything intact. So that is obviously the connection to the shade Rebirth, and this is what it's looking like today. So you can see a shiny pan in that yellow shade. It's a very, very pretty yellow shade. I use it on my inner corner quite a lot. And yeah, I'm happy to have a pan in this palette because I absolutely love the color story and I feel like it's been neglected. So I'm very happy to have hit a pan in that palette. So, before, those are the items that I have been working on. Before I talk about my book that I'm reading currently and the items I will enroll in correspondence to that book, let me talk about the books that I finished this summer. So I'm gonna try and be very, very quick and short in my summary here. The first book I don't have with me, I had it traveling and then I felt like I didn't want it back in my life, so I left it traveling. It's the book Jade City by Fonda Lee. This is a fantasy like story, but it's an urban fantasy, so it feels like it's taking place in like Hong Kong or maybe Shanghai, but it's not called that. I don't remember what it was called. Really, Yanloon, I think. And Jade there is... there are certain people in this world that can utilize Jade and get like superpowers, but it also has the effect of them like a drug does. It kind of wears them down, but it's also like the rush and the feeling of every like sense is enhanced, so to speak. And it's about these two, like the people who can use Jade. It's specific, maybe like tribes or certain people born in certain from a certain like tribe, and they kind of rule Yanloon, but there are politicians and everything also, but it's like the mafia basically. They have all of the control because they have this like superpower that only they can utilize. And it's Jade City was about like these two people who kind of fight to have the control and to not like... it felt like very mafia-esque, like two different sides, but it's like criminal networks, and it's about being in control over the economy and, you know, the flow of Jade and everything. It felt like we can replace Jade with like drugs, and there you go. I didn't really enjoy this book. I don't know. I'm not interested in this type of story where it's like very much about the honor and the implications and how you should address and what your if you're in a certain position in society, you need to be like, oh, I can't do this because that will bring dishonor and, you know, sullen the family name, and this is my purpose and yada yada yada. It was also like very... I felt annoyed that it was a bit of the like patriarchal structure and, promoting violence, and, Jade is emphasizing like the violence in society, and they have to fight and kill each other. I felt like it was too much focus on that. The one thing that I did enjoy was reading from the woman's perspective, the favorite heir, so to speak, who has decided to not be a part of the Jade system anymore. I felt like that was the most interesting aspect, but it was a lot of focus on like violence and patriarchal structures and honor, and I'm not interested in that type of stories. So I did not really enjoy it. But I know that a lot of people do. It just wasn't for me. So, other than that, I did read... Let's talk about these ones. I have this one, The Last One at the Party, by Bethany Clift. This is about like a end of the world story where all of humanity has been wiped out by virus or a pandemic. So like everyone dies except for this one person. I can't remember what was her name. Do we even know her name? I really enjoyed this one actually. It was very different because it's like the premise of, what if the only person left alive in the world is an idiot? Or like just a normal person with no particular skills, just suffers from depression and anxiety. Like what choices would she make and so on. I felt like it was very... For being like a normal person, it can get boring to read about a person with no personality, like, for example, Bella Swan. Super boring. But I feel like the author really made her, humanized her, and you could really relate to many things that she felt, and even though she did very stupid decisions, I felt like she was relatable. She was a complex person, even though she's not a chosen superhero with this power. She's just a normal, ignorant person. And she also brings in her on her journey to find other living people. She gets company by a golden retriever, and she names this retriever Lucky. And I loved reading it. I love dogs, and I felt like this author, she knows dogs. I really enjoyed it, and you can read this one without getting super upset. She doesn't commit the ultimate sin if you bring in dogs. So I did really enjoy this one actually. It was a bit surprising. I didn't really expect it, but very nice. I read the second book in the what is it called? The Nonting of Ouroboros. Not Ouroboros. Uranus. The Remnants of Uranus.
Did I just hear that right?
The Rule of the Aurora King. These are very easygoing romantasy books. I enjoyed it. It's super easy to get through. It's nothing groundbreaking or challenging my perspective on the world. It's about lore, and in the first book she competes in this trial to be married to the Sun King, but then she realizes, okay, the Sun King is not really who she thought, and this is not what she thought. So she is taken, rescued, kidnapped, whatever we will say, by Nadir, who is the Aurora Prince. And Lore really despises the Aurora King. She wants him dead, and this is like the continuation, trying to find out who is she, what is her purpose, what can she do. Very enjoyable, but like it's not more than a 3-star because it's not groundbreaking by any means. I also read, let's talk about, I have 2 books that are quite similar. Let's talk about this one. This is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I have this deluxe edition. This is amazing. I loved this book so much. This was everything I wanted it to be. It's about Fang Runin. They called her Rin, and she is an orphan, and she, to escape a marriage, because she lives with like her parents that have taken care of her. They really don't like care for her at all. So to escape having to marry a very old man, she does everything in her power to be accepted into this like military school, the military academy at Sinigard. And she has, no one believes that she will be able to make it, but she is really, she has super good memory, so she, even though she doesn't understand everything she reads, she kind of memorizes it, and she manages to get into the military academy, and like the story takes on from, you know, her experiences there, but also graduating and getting thrown into war. This is like a fantasy take on Chinese, like the history of China, of the Opium War, like many things from Chinese history is like interpreted in this one. I was in awe when I read it because I felt like there were so many connections that I could make. I felt like, you know, it's a Mulan story because she's the underdog. It's not like she's trying to be a man. She's absolutely allowed to be a woman. But like I had the same vibe. I had the same vibe like when I saw Attack on Titan, the anime, Shingeki no Kyojin. It was the same like vibe I had when I saw, or like I could think of Naruto Shippuden because of her like her powers. She does gain some powers, and I'm not gonna spoil it too much, but it's kind of similar to, you know, the 2 Twisted Crowns. She has the power inside of her that she can access, and some people can access it as well. But it's kind of like discovering how the world functions, because when she is accepted into the academy, she's just like a human with a very limited understanding of the world, and then as she like meets new people and kind of realizes, oh, there are so much more to everything than what I have known. It's like I also had like a thought of the anime or the show Hunter x Hunter, because it's the same. You don't know of the magic system in Hunter x Hunter in the beginning, but as you like, the more they get to learn a lot more about the world, like one aspect at a time. And I felt like it was really, really inspiring. So this one, loved it. I have the second book and I can't wait to read it as well. This was just so great. Let's talk about this one because it's kind of the same but really not. This one wants to be this one, but it doesn't really manage it, that. This is She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. And it's about Zhu. I don't really know the pronunciation of Chinese names. Zhu Xiongba. And she, fate has told her that she is nothing. And her brother is supposed to be like the one who's with greatness. But then her brother dies when he's very young, and she decides to take his fate and make it her own. So she because she also lives in China during the Mongol rule. So she, to have any kind of way to achieve greatness, she obviously needs to hide that she's a woman. So it's like a Mulan story. She pretends to be her brother, and how, like, what can she do to get new opportunities, because she is born in the lowest of the classes or whatever in the Chinese society during the Mongol rule. They despise the people who are from her region, so to speak. So she is trying to become something, to take the fate that was destined for her brother. And it's like the premise was good, but I felt like at the end it just didn't really know what it wanted to do. I felt a bit underwhelmed at the end of this story. I'm not interested in reading the second book at all. It's just, it had potential, but I felt like it fell through. Let's just leave it like that. So, if you're going to read one of them, read The Poppy War. You can skip this one. Okay, I'm not going to talk more about the books. I'm trying to keep it quick. The book I'm currently reading, and the book where I will add makeup items, is The Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. This is, of course, the prequel to The Hunger Games. This is Haymitch's story. Haymitch is the mentor for Katniss when she has to go through the Hunger Games. And this is how he won the Hunger Games, basically. I have read this much. I have about a fourth left of this book. And I really like it. It's, the same. She's a good writer. She knows how to capture her audience. It's a bit... I feel like the action is a bit low in this Hunger Games, writing. I felt like I've been more drawn into the action in the other books than this one, but I still enjoy it, and I enjoy the twist on how did he win, what did he do that was different, how could he have survived, and so on. So I obviously haven't finished it, so I don't know the end game here, but I am really enjoying this one. Yeah, I think it's good. So for this book, I am enrolling 2 items. I'm enrolling a new nail polish. This is the Holo Taco Not pressed nail polish. It's a green, a peridot green. And the reason I'm enrolling this one is because peridot is the color of the District 1. They all have specific colors that is connected to the district that they come from. Haymitch being from District 12, it's a mining district. They have the color black. But this is District 1, peridot. Or as Meesha Lou, the other contestant from District 12, she says it's the snot color. And I have obviously a snot green nail polish here. So I'm rolling that one in. I want to use it 3 times as well. And I'm also rolling in this other eyeshadow palette. This is the Butterfly Kaleidoscope by Micka Beauty. Micka Beauty is a French indie brand, and it's looking like this. This is a very nice palette. I want to do, as I always do, no pan left behind, but also hit 1 pan in this one. I don't know which one I will choose as my try to hit pan. Maybe this one, or this one, or that. Yeah, we shall see. But I'm enrolling this one because in the Hunger Games, the game makers, they always have mutations, like animals that they have mutated in some way to hunt down or challenge the contestants. What are they called? The tributes. And Haymitch discovers that they have mutated butterflies that gives him electrical shocks. It's just, it doesn't kill him, but it's obviously like you don't want to have 1,000 butterflies giving you electrical shocks, then you might die. So butterfly kaleidoscope corresponds to those butterflies in the arena that they have made into mutts, as they call them. So no pan left behind, and also hit 1 pan. And that is it, guys. Those are all of the books I read during the summer and the makeup that I have been working on. Please let me know what kind of books did you read during the summer. Did you have did you read anything amazing? I would love to hear it. I always love to hear from you in the comments. But I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I also hope that you will, stick around, subscribe, watch the next video I post. It will make me so happy. Yeah. That's it. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.